Okay, so now with the JavaScript, so we talked about the HTML elements. Now with JavaScript, what we can do is we can manipulate those elements. So once it's been selected, we can, from an element, we can get details about its attributes from it, or we can change those attributes. Okay, now for either one we use methods, and we use the same methods to do this. So for example, if we want to get information about an element's contents, then the main method that we use is .inner HTML. Now as that says, it's inner HTML. So if we've got an element, remember an element has got tags, so the inner HTML is what's in between the tags. So it gives us access to everything that between those opening and closing tags. So for example here, in this example, I've got P and I've got an ID equals demo, and then I've got Fred inside that P. So this element, the paragraph element, has got inside it, its inner HTML is Fred. So what the script does here, it makes a new variable called X, and then it uses that and gets the inner HTML. So here's this bit here is about getting, so that bit there is about getting the element, so that gets the element, and then this section here inner HTML is a method to get the inner HTML and put it into this variable X. Okay, so this variable X now contains all the inner HTML of the paragraph, which is Fred. So when this runs, then the alert X, that will pop up a box with the word Fred in it, because X has now got the inner HTML of the paragraph called demo. Okay, same then if we are then moving on and getting and changing the information, we do exactly the same. So here again we've got let's just get a pen. Here again we've got our element here, there's my element, get element by ID. Okay, I'll just use a pen to do that. Okay, there's my get element by ID, and there is my inner HTML, and I'm going to say I want that to be Fred, but at the moment this element has got nothing in it. So this element here has got nothing in it, there's nothing between the tags, it's empty. So this will then set that. Okay, so it will set it, and that's what we do. Likewise, if we want to change the style or do something with style, then we can get details about its style. So again, if you look here, what we're going to do here's the element doc get element by ID demo. So that gets my element. So now I have I've got an element here. This is it. Okay, this is my element there it is. And then this bit here is the style of the element. So that says look at the element and then give me all the details about the style of it, and I'm going to put that into a variable called X. So if I do x.color, so that's a further attribute of style, then the alert will give me the color, and alert x.border will give me details about the border, and so on. So that will give me details, and then what I can do also is to then change those details as well. So if I want to change the border and change the color, so I've made two variables and I put details in them here. So I've put X is blue and Y is thick solid green. So that's for the border, and this is for a color. So here's my element here. I've got document.getElement by ID demo dot style. Okay, so that's my element, and now I'm changing its style dot color. So I want to now change the color of demo, and I want to change it to X, so it should go blue. I've made a mistake here, this should be Y here, shouldn't it? So if I change that, that should be y. Okay, so doc element id dot style dot border will be y, and then that should make the border thick solid green. Okay, so it'll make it a solid green border, and the color of the font will be blue. So it's as it is there, but we're adding some dynamic properties to this web page. Okay, and you just got to remember that this is what we're doing. We are just going back to the fact that once we select an element, we can get details from it, or we can change the attributes by making changes to its attributes, and then we use methods to do that. Now there are loads of methods, and that's what you need to be aware of on the W3 School site. There are lots and lots of methods. It's not just one method.